Johnny smirked. "You're trying to get a rise out of me, but I'm not going to let you do it. Now turn the TV back on," he said casually. "Why are you acting like nothing's wrong?" "Because it's not. Now for the last time, turn the damn TV back on." Geneva couldn't understand how Johnny could possibly believe his behavior was acceptable. That is, unless he knew it wasn't. Maybe this was his way of turning the tables to make it seem as though he was a hard-working man trying to build his business. And his unreasonable wife couldn't understand or appreciate him. But whatever mind game he was trying to play, Geneva knew she couldn't let up, not this time. And no matter how much Johnny protested, she was going to get answers. She needed them. "I still don't understand why you couldn't call me back," Geneva said. "If you were really showing a property, you could have called me on the way there, or better yet, before you left so I would know you'd be running late." Just then Johnny's cell phone rang. He glanced at the screen and answered the call before it could ring again. "What's up, man?" he said in his deep baritone. Geneva watched intently as Johnny held the phone close to his ear. She could see his thumb pressing the volume key on the side of his smartphone, adjusting the sound level to a volume so low that Geneva couldn't hear what was being said on the other end. "Okay, yeah, I can leave," Johnny said into the phone as he stood and walked over to the hook near the door and removed his keys from it. "I got your back. I'll be there." Geneva cut him off mid-sentence. "Who are you talking to and where are you going?" "Bernard," Johnny whispered, covering the phone with his hand. "He's having some issues with Candace again. He needs somebody to talk to." "I don't believe you." Quicker than Johnny could blink, Geneva walked up to him and took the phone out of his hand. "Who is this?" she asked in a hostile tone. Hey, Geneva. It's Bernard. How are you doing this evening?" Geneva's eyes hit the floor, and she wished she could undo her bold move. "Oh, hi, Bernard. I'm sorry I interrupted your conversation." Johnny grabbed the phone back out of her hand. "Man, I'm sorry about that. I'm leaving the house now, and I'll see you when I get there." Get where? To his house? To a bar? Geneva wanted to ask where he was going, but she was too embarrassed. She felt bad about what she'd just done, and she knew that Johnny was furious. "See, this is what I'm talking about," Johnny snarled. "I work hard, I pay the bills, and I take care of my family and friends. I'm a responsible brother trying to do the right thing, but all you can do is nag, complain, and accuse me of shit I'm not even doing. Well, you know what, Geneva?" he said, letting out a deep, frustrated breath. "Since I'm getting accused of all sorts of things, I might as well go out and make good on some of them." Johnny slipped on his loafers, retrieved his wallet from the counter, and headed toward the door. "Don't wait up." And with that, he was gone. Geneva walked toward the front window and watched the taillights of Johnny's SUV as he sped down their street. He'd said he was going to meet his friend Bernard, but he didn't say where or what time he'd be back. "I can't take too much more of this," she said aloud. 20 minutes later, Geneva slipped under the cool, freshly laundered sheets she'd put on the bed only hours earlier. When she'd been anticipating a tantalizing romp after a romantic meal with her husband. But instead, she was lying on her Egyptian cotton sheets all alone. And it was becoming a regular occurrence. As Geneva stared up at the ceiling, her mind replayed the interaction she'd had with Johnny. Even though she'd heard Bernard's voice on the phone, she wasn't convinced that the call was on the up and up. She didn't want to admit it, and she'd been fighting the reality for a few months. But now she had to face what she feared. Her husband was involved with another woman. Tears streamed from Geneva's eyes. She felt alone and unwanted, and she knew this couldn't continue. Her marriage was on the brink of dissolving right before her eyes, and as she cried until her lids felt tired, she knew that their argument tonight was just the tip of the iceberg to come.